O nosso Fala BikeZone tem a honra de estar aqui na rodada dupla da Copa do Mundo de Mountain Bike em Araxá. E coisas acontecem, são muito legais. Temos a visita ilustre do fundador de um deles, junto com amigos da marca SRAM. E nós vamos contar a história dessa grande marca que já vem fazendo uma história desde o final dos anos 80 e hoje, no mercado, revolucionando. E na Copa do Mundo de Mountain Bike, nós vemos na prática muitas coisas acontecendo. Junto com o Scott King, tem um amigo, Marcelo Catalan, e daqui para frente, we will talk in English. And after this, we will put the subtitles. E aí vou colocar as legendas também. First of all, it's a big honor for me to stay here in Araxá once again in a World Cup in our country. For me, some people are here on the second time in the World Cups in Brazil. I personally, it's the sixth time that I'm here in my country in the World Cup, and next week on the seventh time in the World Cup. First of all, our impression is Scott King. Present yourself, please, and your impression about this amazing venue, Araxa.
Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful place. The hotel, the property here, it's so lush. It's so green. The habitat here, the hotel's a marvelous venue. Everything about the hotel is great. The food, the hospitality, the staff. They've really done a great job in choosing an area that can host an event like this.
And for you, Marcelo?
Should I go in English or Portuguese?
Go in English.
It's a pleasure and an honor for us to be here for SRAM, to be part of the World Cup in Brazil. It's also it's a big change for us. It's the first time ever that the World Cup starts happening with some frequency in Latin America and in Brazil. And I remember the first time the SRAM team came down, they were in love. They're like, wow, this is like, we've been doing World Cups for 20 years and never had a place like this. I think it's a privilege, and it's also, we have to be really thankful for Rogério and everyone that made this happen along the years. The history here is strong, and I think now it's amazing that we are able to show the history and what our hospitality to the rest of the world.
Let's start talk about the brand and the passion and the opportunity. Heritage and the brand SRAM that I remember, the first product that I remember with the guys of triathlon on the shifters. And after this, we start to look this and said, oh, for mountain bike is good, because I saw the radio and was a lot of more precise, because the radio was 1-to-1. And at this time, like Shimano using the bigger radio, I have a problem with my fingers. And on the beginning, I prefer to use this opportunity. And since 91, I use the X-rays, they call. Tell us about this beginning of the brand.
Yeah, so we started in 1987. A couple of young, I'm going to call us young kids at the time. Thought we knew everything. We knew nothing. We had no idea what we were getting into at the time. And our original product was grip shift. One product to go on the bike. And as you mentioned, we didn't start off in triathlon. Those were the people that adopted our product because the traditional cyclists thought it was, why change from a shifter that was on the down tube? But the triathletes wanted to stay in that aero position, and the shift enabled them to do that, to be able to change their gears from out front on the DH or profile bars. And so they were the ones that really helped us gain some traction. And then the next product was the mountain bike product, which was a huge hit. My God, I know we sold 30 million grip shifts for mountain bike bars. It was so simple, on the bar, you just twisted it, indexed into gear. And that's what really enabled the company to take off and then start to develop products that went into other areas as well. But mountain bike really gave us the traction and the foundation to become the company that we are today.
And it's really interesting. When I remember the movement, because it was so natural. From the railer, it's here the railer. We do like this, like accelerator of the motorcycle. And from the railer was like this. And at this time, even in the downhill, we use like 2 or 3 rings. The innovation is one of the things that the brand SRAM start to give for us. Since this beginning here in Brazil, we had the opportunity to have some these products on the hands of Daniel Olivetti and Marcelo Cabeça, Marcelo Proparts, and this is really interesting. Few years later, I remember when you guys launched the first rear derailleur, ASP. I remember the brand. I have in my collection few really cool hats of SRAM. It's so interesting because I'm remembering good things. And also, I'm friend of HB, Greg Herbold, and I went in your man's cave in Durango, Colorado, part of the place that he developed few with you guys also. He developed also together a few products.
Yeah, I mean, Herbold is just he's a great person. He really was, one of our very first ambassadors, and he was a great racer, and so he was a big part of our company. And even up until 8 years ago or so, still involved with the company and did a lot of the trainings for us. And he would go to the Interbike show and put on presentations, and just a great downhill racer, but helped us develop a lot of the products, in the early days because of his involvement, just a big name in the mountain bike world.
Well, all this passion and all this innovation, if you are not able to put these things on the market, the trim like low, tell us about how was the mountain bike was on the 90s. We lived a big boom of mountain bike. Was a good time for the sport. And after this, how you guys is still involved on the development and also you, Marcelo, you can talk about this.
Well, those of us in the company, some of the people in the company still, they say we're a mountain bike company, although we're huge in road now as well. But I think our push in mountain bike has really helped us become one of the leaders in the cycling industry, because we were able to push boundaries in the mountain bike world. And then, you could say we took it to the road, but there are also those that, we pushed the road boundaries as well. I think that, a lot of our success comes from we are true innovators of product, and that's how we've been able to gain traction with our competitors, because they've been they haven't seen the need to push the boundaries like we have, but that's how we've grown our market share, is by doing that that's what's enabled us to gain traction. And many of our product categories, other than just SRAM.
And for SRAM, it's very important. Like we talk about this, like we're here to improve the cycling experience, and if we can do it, we'll go to whatever distance we need to improve the cyclist experience. And so we're always looking at how can we make that? How can we make the experience of the mountain bike or the road bike better? For example, we realized, hey, to have a one buy system, one chain ring mountain bike is going to make a lot more sense. Less chain drops, easier, so like how can we make that? How can we simplify the cyclist operation of the mountain bike so he can focus on technique, so he can focus on going up, going down. So that's we start not thinking about the product, thinking about the cyclist. How can we make it better? And then taking the same path, then come to flight attendant, which is the same idea. How can the cyclist? Courses are getting very technical. Cross country racers like here, they going, their heart rate rates really up. They're tired. They can't make decisions anymore. That's when mistakes happen. So let's take until flight attendant, cyclists need to decide. Okay, I'm going to open my suspension. I'm going to close for a sprint. Now they don't have to. They can focus on the rocks, on the roots, on their competitors, and the suspension will work alone. So it's really like, oh no, let's make an electronic suspension. No, that's not the point. The point is, how can we improve our cycling experience?
I had the opportunity, together with Kyle, to use the first kind of experience of flight attendant on the Lapierres with Nicolas Vouillot in 2012, 2013, and was a really good product at this time, developed together with one of the best of the mountain bike downhill. Since that, all many evolutions. And I remember the time that the brands and the products of SRAM start to grow, and quality, and also on the acquisitions. I remember one really big brand from Germany, Sachs, really good company of rear derailleur, and the products. I remember when you guys did the acquisition, the products look like Sachs with but was a good brand, and you guys pushed this opportunity. Also look for the marketing and see the opportunity is one of the qualities of the businessmen. So nice people.
Well, we've used acquisition to gain knowledge in many areas that we didn't have before. Impulse, Avid, Truvated, Rock Shocks, more recently, Hammerhead, Lazio, Time. I'm sure I'm missing something.
I think we got it all for now.
Something along the way. And, we've tried to keep the identity of all the brands that we've acquired. We've still got the Cork.
Cork.
I did miss Mark. I did miss Mark. And we've still got the original facilities of all those companies, and that's enabled us to really become a full-fledged cycling company that covers so many different areas of riding. And at this point, we've got over 1,000 engineers. It's crazy to think that the little company that we started has become so
2 engineers, 1.5 engineers.
Has become so big.
And Kadir, I think what he said is really important to know is that when all the acquisitions throughout the years, today all the original offices of these companies are still SRAM, RockShox offices. And also, Scott told me this story, like we never acquired companies, we just brought in more people, intelligent people to the team. So different than what is done in corporate venture capitalist world, SRAM didn't just buy companies, they just added people to the team. So all the companies like SATS, the team remains the same. You know, RockShox just grew from there. We just maintain all the engineers, all the team, and it would just add to the SRAM family and grow from there. So it was just, it's more than just a business acquisition.
One of the big brands inside of the SRAM is the RockShox, and I kind of lived this brand together with the RockShox, with the family of Turners. I know the guys of Turners since the motocross time. Paul Turner and our brother Steve Sims is also the third guy of. It was 3 guys of RockShox, and I used the first RS1. Since that, a lot of things passed, and it's interesting. You guys touch a point really important that you guys keep it, the facilities, like the manufacturers, like RockShox is still the same brand under the big brand. Huh?
And I think we just had our global distributor meeting in Colorado Springs where RockShox was headquartered.
Yep.
I think we have 250 employees there now.
Now it's 250.
Yeah, the facility's obviously a lot larger now than it was back then. We don't manufacture in Colorado Springs as they did when we acquired the company. We moved the manufacturing to Taiwan, but you know the core part of the business, the brains, is all still there.
Yeah, it's really, and like Scott, it grew. I think the RockShox facility, we're in the 3rd building now throughout the years. And now it's so big that we're able, for example, to receive all our clients there last month. We had over 200 people coming over. So that shows that, you know, I don't know how big this RockShox when you guys got it from a little corner. But that's cool. And you get there, you know, you still read RockShox lifestyle.
One really interesting thing, you guys are, I love the innovation, and now I'm the first generation. I'm a vanguard guy. I'm the first generation of the sport. And since before they invented the e-bike, I dreamed with the bike. And this is a really big part of the market. And this week, something I think is good happened. Yamaha bought SRAM, and SRAM is partner. Tell me about this one.
Yamaha bought Bros.
The Bros. SRAM is partner of Bros.
We're working with them. Yes.
Yeah, really big company of they produce engines, and Yamaha. And I look with because one for the future for a mountain bike that I practice, I don't want to see more. I don't want to ride more. Nothing. It's not a gearbox on the bike. And I think you guys are thinking on this because for like a heavy bike, like e-bike, don't make sense. You use the same equipment for this, but it's one tendency.
Well, there's one. I do like to make a comment there.
Okay.
Today, the transmission system that we have developed, it was developed mainly thinking about e-bikes. It's a system that was designed using the traditional derailleur design, but it's not. There's nothing traditional about it. It's heavy duty. It's unbreakable pretty much. And if you do break it, because we know mountain bikers are good at that as well. If you do break it, it's removable. But it was made for e-bikes because you can change gears under load. This is the first, I would say, and the only one still like bike transmission system that you can do that. Not only you can shift under load, shifts better, shifts faster, and smoother. There's lots of interesting technology there, very intelligent. And, you know, of course, we are thinking of everything. We have 1,000 engineers that are working 5 years ahead of the market. We're thinking about the future. We're thinking about everything. Right now, the transmission system is pretty amazing. The mountain bike world, the e-mountain bike world has has really embraced it. So far, we can say today is the best experience for mountain bikers and e-mountain bikers. If they want to have good, reliable, fast, precise, durable shifts. We're pretty proud of that.
Really good.
And we brought it, the price points down.
Yes.
Introduced.
Oh yeah. So
in the last couple of days.
I saw. I'm like this because in one part I'm a really technological guy. I'm a maker. I'm doing my rides, my bicycle therapy. I'm not more in the performance side. And I pass close of the rocks. I'm a trail rider. And this is one of the things. And I love the product that you launched with all the technology and with the wire. Why not?
Yes.
Yeah. Because if I go on the place in Brazil, like in the middle of Bahia, something maybe happen, I have a wire to put on my bike.
And, we've even taken it further, trying to make it more sustainable so that you can actually repair and replace parts on the system. And here at the event, we've even got a contest going where they're timing anybody that's here can come in. We've tried to make it simple in a diagram, and they're timing people on how fast they can rebuild the derailleur. And I think we're giving away a bike.
We lost we are sorry.
Very good. It's back.
Just recuperate a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that trying to also focus on sustainability. The new transmission is rebuildable, repairable, and here at the expo at the race, we actually have a contest going where any of the consumers can come in. We're timing everybody, and I think
they will get the fastest person to rebuild Eagle 90 derailleur will get a 3%.
This is so interesting because it's kind of a Lego. All the parts you can buy. This is what the world needs: less trash and more good equipment.
That's exactly the thinking. First of all, the good thing is that these new derailleurs, they are pretty much unbreakable. They're made to last.
I have to try. Sorry about what I say. I have to try.
You will try it, and you will.
Because mountain bike is fresh.
So it's made thinking of that, right? So we know you're going to crash, so we want to make sure when you crash, you can go back in your bike unless you break some bones. But not that. I think what you just said, that's also part of the thinking. All our products, not just Eagle 90, now 70, which is completely rebuildable. The new revert as well. The new dropper revert is completely rebuildable. If you scratch one part, you can just replace that part. All our packaging today is thinking sustainability. It's all recycled product. We're going to bring more sustainable innovation. When we talk about innovation, it's not only the product itself. It's all in our business. It's how we do business and how we approach it. So that's all included. And of course, the consumer doesn't see that, but for us, it's good.
We live in a country that is amazing. I love Brazil. It's a continent. It's too big, and also God gave us so many good things and gave us some difficult. And it's not easy to do business here in Brazil and all this thing. And I think Marcelo have a big challenge because the marketing and the mountain bike market is really. It's challenging. I have opportunity to grow, and we guys have to find this space. And how is it for the brand and for you guys here in SRAM Brazil?
It's part of. I think it is challenging. Brazil economy is challenging. Politics are challenging, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the opportunity. You said Brazilians love bikes, so for us, SRAM to decide, hey, we need to enforce our structure in Latin America, not just Brazil. We need to be closer to the riders. We need to be closer to the customers. But we also are. We're going to go step by step. We're going to go little by little, just like we did throughout the years, being smart and intelligent, working with our partners. That's the most important. We have partners everywhere. Not just we have the local brands, we have international brands. They're very important to us. They are really partners. Without them, we wouldn't exist. So we're not here just to do business for 1 year, 2 years. We're here to do business for the rest of our lives. So we're just gonna go.
And I think we're very fortunate. We have a great partnership with Pro Parts, our distributor here. We rely very heavily on them. And now that we've got Marcelo full time living down here, working in the market, we're trying to do a better job with the Brazilian bike brands down here as well. Working hard to improve our relationship with them, and that's been key. And we got some great brands down here as well.
Amazing, and for SRAM now to be able to be close and supporting all our amazing brands in Brazil, Fala, OG, Group, Soul. I mean, they're so great. I mean, I'm sorry if I don't sing all of them. But, we're all here for them as well. But again, I don't think Scott in 1987 would imagine that we would be here right now. But now we can say that we're here to stay. We're here for the long run. So we'll go. We're gonna terceiro cabo. We're gonna go, but we're gonna go race and fun. But we'll do it.
We have personally few things in common. We are over 50 and we have gray hair. Yeah, we have gray hairs. And this is good because this is experience. And the experience, I think for Scott, for you, like 30 years ago, we couldn't imagine the time that we are living now. And what is the future for the sport with the innovations? And so interesting. And we have like a response to help the world on this. Because,
Well, one of the things that I think we need to focus on is we need to make sure our kids are outside and being active, and cycling is such a great thing for children to get away from their devices, get their exercise. And everybody can do it.
Yes.
And it's something you can do with your family. So, my kids are a little older now, but love going out and riding with them. And it's a great family sport to do. So, most kids, once they're 4 or 5, can learn how to ride a bike, and we just need to make sure that everyone tries to do that. Not just cycling, but get outside and play soccer, football,
just go.
Brazil,
Just go.
be active. It's so important.
Marcelo, please.
That's what Scott said. Like, we have today. We have to think it's a pleasure, right? That our first toy was a bike. Now that's not the truth anymore, but we do have the responsibility to kind of change it around. I think again, like Scott said, it doesn't need to be a bike. It can be a ball. It can be it can be just walking around the woods and having fun. But I think that's important. Technology is part of everything when we're growing, but it's a great sport. You can see everybody that's here this week are happy. So we know that bikes make people happy as well. So we're gonna keep pushing that thought.
Yeah, I feel like for me, the bicycle and the motorcycle still been my first toy, and I started to be a collector. like Herbo, you ever been in Herbo's garage? Yeah, man, it's my dream garage. Yeah. It's a dream for us, and the thing is a thin line, in between and use and to be used. And the technology and all the things, it's kind of mash up our brands of the future. Oh no, now it's like this. No, we have to help this. Let's move. And we are on the gates of the opening. Most important, the Formula One together with the downhill also is really important for SRAM brand. We are on the gates of opening round of the World Cup here in Brazil. How you guys feel about this? Because for me, it's like something exploding in my soul. It's hard to describe.
It is hard. Well, I mean, I'm down here just because, you know, the people are so fantastic and they're so passionate at the World Cup events down here. I haven't been to this venue before, but I cannot wait for tomorrow. I guess tomorrow's the first day of racing just to see it because the people go so crazy. They're so good. And, you know, they love seeing all the racers from around the world. So the Brazilians, when they're racing and when they go by, it's just bedlam.
It's like you said, we're like exploding of excitement. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing that's happening in Brazil. Really hope that, I think all the people here are working to make this bigger, to show it to more people. And I think we're in a right path. Just can't wait to get started.
Scott, last year I had one of the most important opportunities in my life. I did an electric trial motorcycle, the motor lead on the UCI race. And I will tell for you guys, this was the most important feel that I had in my life.
People screaming and
and everything, the atmosphere, and this is the thing, the market, here in Brazil. I will tell one thing for you. I'm a historian and future guy. But my job is to start to say, no, just next. But the heritage of the history and the way that we came, if we don't know, we can do like the bush don't do curve. You know, this is interesting. And we in Brazil, I will tell serious thing for you guys. The market is bigger than the future, and this is kind of we together need to stay together to help this. We have to say, we have to grow. But have the limits on the mind, they don't have limits. On the maybe on the body, the growth have a limit. It's like it's my soul talking with you guys.
I mean, that's why we're here. We have the same passion. SRAM is a company of cyclists that love this. We also believe that the potentials are unlimited, and we're going to go after it.
This is good. We're going to go after it.
Yes. And we'll together, like you said, it's really important together. We together, not just the teams, not just the brands. You know, we have to work with organizers like Rogério that has the politics side as well. We're going to work all together. I think, the sky is the limit.
Contamination can be good.
Yeah.
And we can contaminate in a good way.
It's fun being involved in a business that's good for the planet as well.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
You know, you can use a bicycle for fun, for transportation, you know, just to get the family together. So there aren't many products that are like that.
Nope. And to that, using the hook here, the gancho, since we really believe in the power of bicycles, SRAM started an organization that now has its own life, which is WBR, the World Bicycle Relief, that started inside SRAM, and now it has its own business, but still sponsored and supported by SRAM. Just as a general number, this organization, WER, have already donated or give away 800,000 bicycles in Africa, Colombia, and countries where the bicycle is necessary to change people's lives. And I can't remember the numbers on top of my head, but it's amazing what we've seen among the 10 years for bicycle.
Now it's even more
20
than
years.
that. It's from the tsunami in Indonesia.
Oh, it started with, yeah. And, it's kind of funny, like the innovation inside SRAM always comes to build the Buffalo bike, which is this bike that SRAM and World Bicycle gives away. That bike is indestructible. It's a bike that's made for, simple people and farms to go to work, to go to school, and it's indestructible. It's a bike that it's really cheap to repair. Anyone can repair it, but really it's indestructible. And we have the objective of donating 1 million bikes, and we're pretty close to that objective, and we're going to keep doing it. We developed that bike inside of SRAM. The SRAM engineers developed that bike to be indestructible, to be reliable, to help people improve their lives. So that's part of the innovation that maybe people don't realize that we also.
Guys, thank you. Appreciate a lot the time that you invest of us. And just for we finish, tell for the Brazilian people some messages before we close.
You first.
Just, thank you for having us here. Thanks for hosting the World Cup. This is a great way to start off the 2025 season, and I hope I get to get down here for next year as well. I love the Brazilian people. I love the country. I love the food.
You ever been before here?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I've been. First time I got to Brazil was 2015, but this is probably my 7th or 8th trip now.
You like Brazil. Obrigado, turma. Obrigado, cadeira. É um prazer enorme estar aqui. É um prazer gigante para a SRAM poder participar disso tudo. A gente está muito feliz e a gente convida todo mundo a vir aqui para Araxá. É um evento imperdível, é algo único e muito emocionante. Então, se você tiver a oportunidade de vir para Araxá, vem. Obrigado.
É isso. Nós somos do Fala, BikeZone. Caetano Caesamataro, agora lá nos Estados Unidos, em Miami. Eu, Luciano Cadeirão Lancelotti, com esse legado, com essa cultura que a gente tem sobre rodas. É uma paixão muito grande. E nós temos um slogan, tem um slogan de vida. After I will translate for Scott, they say, viva os rolês com diversão, inclusão e evolução sempre. Dessa maneira a gente vai longe. Valeu! Falou! Fala, BikeZone!